Hello everyone, and welcome to our 30-minute product demo for Equator Premium Placement. My name is Mia Simo, and I'm the Agent Relationship Manager at Equator, and I will be your host today. Today our presenter is George Roletter. He is the Vice President of the Equator Agent Team. Also with me today is Katie McDonald, who will be assisting with the product demos, and Nick Brito from our Agent Development Team. You may recall Nick's name from the emails that you received from him. Nick will also be behind the scenes today to help me answer questions that come to the question box. So speaking of the question box, before we get started, I want to let you know that all attendee lines are muted, so everyone is in listen-only mode. However, we do encourage you to ask questions by typing in your questions in the question box in your GoToWebinar navigation panel. During the last 10 minutes or so of the demo, we will address any common questions so all attendees can benefit from the answer. If we run out of time to address your question, we will answer directly via email by the end of the day. We will also be emailing a link to the video presentation to all attendees. At the end of the webinar, we will share the phone number for our Agent Development Team who can help you with specific questions about your agent account. So now I will turn it over to George.
Hi everybody, good morning. Thanks for attending our webinar today. Like Mia said, we are going to go over the products that Equator offers to real estate agents. I've been here for about 2 years now, and after getting to know the business, understanding real estate agents' needs, our team came up with a mission that we're on right now to create digital products and services that deliver intelligence, opportunity, and enable real estate agents' businesses to grow. So we're going to talk about products that we hope help real estate agents' businesses grow. We're going to talk about premium placements today, Agent Elite, and as a final bonus opportunity at the end, we're going to talk about Equator.com, our flagship website, and the opportunities for agents to generate leads there. Let's jump right in. So a little bit about Equator. We've got some people on the webinar that are not familiar with Equator. For those agents who are Equator agents, I'll go through this pretty quickly. Equator's been around since 2003. Historically has been a software company providing workflow management software to the largest banks and servicers in the country. We also have a few smaller players now, some hedge funds and other groups that own assets. We have historically always been about short sales and REOs. Since inception, over $300 billion in assets sold. And I understand there's not as many foreclosures as there used to be, not as many REOs, not as many agents are needed, but it's still a very, very large part of the industry. In fact, in the last 12 months, we still have almost sold $13 billion in assets just in the last 12 months. Last 12 months as well, about $80 million in commissions to real estate agents. So although in some areas of the country there's not as much activity, there is a lot of activity in other countries, and I'm going to show you how you can become educated on that and make decisions regarding your marketing. We are committed to success. I mentioned to you our mission. Our vision is to be industry recognized as the most helpful and valuable real estate agent partner. Now that's much bigger than REO, foreclosures, and short sales. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we talk about Equator.com. All right, let's move forward. All right, the first product we're going to talk about today is called Premium Placements. Premium Placements are an advertising product that promotes you to the asset managers at the servicer companies who are using our search engine to look for agents. So in some cases, and I'm going to be very transparent with you, this is an industry that is not always transparent, but one of our values is 100% transparency. In some cases, our servicers know who they want to work with, and they go into our search engine and they look for that agent and they find that agent, and they assign the listing or the property to that agent to help them sell it. In other cases, that agent may not be available, or there may be only new agents in Equator at that time for that asset manager to choose. So premium placement moves your listing in our search engine up higher. So not unlike Google, you know, we all click on the top links. We don't scroll down to the bottom, go to page 2, page 3. We generally don't do that. In fact, the top 5 links in Google, this is a known fact in the marketing field or industry, are going to get about 80% of the clicks. So being at the top of search results is very, very important. Premium placement allows you to do that. You choose which zip codes that you want your search listing to move up in, and you will move up in that search listing. You will get more impressions from the asset managers and servicers, or you'll be marketing yourself, your brand, to them. Okay? Now, that's important because, again, the top listings are the ones that are going to get clicked on. Now, before I jump ahead to this one, it's fine. You can leave it on there. Thank you. People may be asking, well, how many times do they choose a new agent? In fact, it's over 15% of the time. So when we finally looked at the analytics about a year and a half ago, we were surprised. Over 15% of the time, a brand new agent that asset manager and servicer has never worked for is chosen for that listing. So again, there is opportunity there. For sure, you're going to get impressions. Sometimes you get listings. Not everybody gets listings. What we say to people is, if you want to introduce yourself to REO and foreclosures, premium placement is a great product to put you in front of asset managers and grow your brand. Try it out for 9 to 12 months. If you get a listing, great. Do a good job for the servicer, you'll get more. If you don't, choose to continue or move on. Full transparency there. Here's some facts about premium placement. Agents who had it receive 1.9 times more impressions. So you get seen more than general agents who don't have it. 37% of all of our properties that got listed with agents were agents with premium placement. And this is fairly recent data for you. All right, let's jump ahead now and take a look at the actual product.
All right, thank you, George. Hello, everybody. My name is Katie. I'm going to show you in the actual Equator platform what it looks like when you purchase premium placement and what an impact that can have in your market area as far as your visibility to servicers. So I'm using a test agent here, and I'm going to check out our good friend Nick's account using the new agent self-search feature that was a big hit at 5-star. What I'm looking for here is a way to see where I stack up to servicers, where I show up in the servicers' ranks, as George was just talking about, when servicers look for a new agent to whom to assign a property in your market area. I don't see Nick showing up at all in this entire first page. I'm going to go to page 2 to see where Nick stacks up. Nick is number 73 with a standard agent profile in agent search. As George said, some of the metrics that we have followed don't necessarily mean that that's going to be an agent that is chosen most of the time. I'm going to show you a quick way to search for a premium placement zip code that might help you positively impact where you show up in that search. So for instance, here we are on the premium placement. I'm going to pick a few of these zip codes to add. I'm going to check based on where I am, or where Nick is, I should say, in his market area. His office is in Boston, Massachusetts. So I'm going to go back and look at zip codes in Boston, Massachusetts for premium placement coverage to see what is going to be the most successful premium placement zip code.
Can I make one comment?
Yes, absolutely.
So on the screen, what you're seeing as well is the units that were sold last year and the value of those units. So it's important to note that premium placements are priced according to the value of the zip code. And we're transparent. We tell you exactly what happened in 2016. We'll update it for 2017, and the prices will be changed as well based on zip codes that had more volume or less volume. But we transparently tell you, this is how many homes sold in that zip code. This was the value of the homes sold in the zip code. So you can make a judgment on whether you want to market in that zip code and you'll understand the opportunity in terms of potential commission.
Thank you, George. That's an excellent metric in terms of, in addition to how many agents you can see have already purchased a premium placement in that zip code too. That might be a strategic part of your purchasing decision. So we have gone ahead and purchased Nick's office zip code of Boston, Massachusetts. We're going to check Nick's rank and see if it has changed at all in the agent search. So he's gone from being number 73 to number 9. He is now on the first page of a servicer's search. When servicers look for a new agent to whom to assign a property, Nick is right there on the front page with them. One thing I'd like to note before we go into the rest of the presentation is this premium flag shows up on Nick's account, but there's another badge that's missing that we're going to talk about in a little bit, which is the agent certification badge. And we'll show you that when we talk about Agent Elite. And that can move you up in the rankings as well because it makes you more valuable to servicers in a different way. All right, with that, I'm going to throw it back to George to continue.
Thank you. All right, so here's a couple testimonials from an asset manager, Susan Spear, who basically says it's really hard to ignore them, and then a broker and owner who has invested in premium placements and understands the value of maximizing her coverage. So it's a product that does work. All right, now we're going to talk about Agent Elite. Unlike premium placements, which are sold as a monthly subscription, so you buy premium placements and you're billed every month at the rate of $1.50 for the lowest volume, up to $13.50 a month for the highest volume zip codes. Agent Elite is a subscription package we sell on an annual basis. It's marketed at $399 a year, and it's meant to provide you information and education, as well as give you another boost in terms of your search rankings so you can get more impressions and have a better chance of getting some of those listings. It includes 3 things: market insights, REO alerts, and agent certification. Here's a little bit of the facts on Agent Elite. There's a little over 4,500 agents who have it. They've received 44% of all of our REO listings in the last 12 months. Agents who were certified and had premium placement, or both, and I call that the boost in search, you'll get the highest rankings, sold 2.2 times more properties in the last 12 months. So they get more listings. They sell more homes on our platform.
All right, and with that, let me come back to show you what these Agent Elite products look like, each of the 3 that George mentioned. So what I'm going to do quickly is a little behind-the-scenes magic. This is something that if you were with us at 5-Star, you saw all of us at the booth use some of our behind-the-scenes magic to access your account. And if you are interested in getting a demo like this for yourself, we encourage you to call the agent development team. Phone number is going to be at the end of the demo today to get a personal walkthrough of what your profile can look like with these Agent Elite features. So here we have another agent. This is me. And this is an Agent Elite profile. So these are some of the things that George just talked about that are the special benefits to having this Agent Elite profile. The first one being market insights. As an Agent Elite, you have exclusive capability to drill down on our national map. For instance, I'm here in California, so I'm going to drill down on our REO map of hotspots in California and see not just where are the hotspots in my market area or expanded market area, but also a breakdown of month-over-month metric activities for the last available month, which is always the last full completed month.
So this is very, very unique in our space for REO and foreclosures. We're not aware of any other company that transparently shows you exactly what's happening in terms of active inventory, new incoming REOs, and sold properties and all the metrics around them. How many were renovated? How many offers per property? Was the price higher or lower than the BPO? All those types of important data points that make you an educated and competitive agent in your market farming areas. What you see in terms of the map up top is all the active properties currently in each one of those counties. Now, what Agent Elite gives you the ability to do is click into any of those counties and get specific analytics for that county. All free agents can see a national level analytics package for free. We offer that to any agent that joins Equator. If you have Agent Elite, you can drill down to your individual counties and you can see the analytics on what's coming in, what's been sold, what the pricing looks like, all the things I mentioned and more. And that's going to give you the knowledge you need to determine how you want to invest your advertising dollars. So in terms of Equator, as an Agent Elite Equator member, you will be extremely educated on Equator's inventory, geography, and all the analytics that go with foreclosures for your clients or other investor partners that you have.
Excellent. Thank you, George. In addition to what George was just talking about the month-over-month trends and the analytics that you have access to within the Market Insights map, we also give you insights via REO alerts into real-time REO additions in your market areas. So in this example, I'm going to click into, I have at least 4 REO alerts, but there's 3 at a time that show up on my dashboard here at the top. If you're interested in finding out more about the address that was just added as an REO in your market area, you can click on View the Map and you see information about exactly what neighborhood that new REO information is available in. So this gives you the opportunity to have a little bit of an advance notice, a heads up over your competition, as George was intimating, in real time as opposed to even just the month-over-month trends that we give you access to with Market Insights.
Correct. And this, just for those new agents who are not familiar with Equator, an asset goes into foreclosure, a servicer, a bank owns that asset now, and sometimes the bank is the servicer, and sometimes there's a company that services that asset and loan for the bank. When that property is uploaded to Equator, an alert goes out to the agent. Generally, an agent is chosen by that servicing company within 2 to 3 days. Sometimes faster, but generally it's about 2 to 3 days. So a lot of our smartest agents, just a tip here, use the address to try and do some intel on their own to find out who owns the loan, who owns the note, how can I network and make some connections so that when they go into the search engine on Equator, they recognize your name and you get a higher chance of being selected.
Excellent. And last but not least, the third key feature available with Agent Elite is that badge that I was talking about a little bit previously, agent certification. So the certification badge essentially allows you the opportunity to show to servicers that you know how to use this platform. This is obviously invaluable to servicers because they don't have time to train their agents on how to use the platform that they're going to be using to sell the home. Certification consists of Equator-specific, in-house built courses that give you information on how to navigate our system, as well as industry REO and short sale tips and tricks that give you insider knowledge about how to effectively utilize this platform and show servicers, even more important, that you have effectively utilized this platform. Remember, we checked Nick's account in Agent Search. I'm just going to show in a very saturated area here. I am one of the agents in Irvine, California, which is a very deep market area. We have over 100 records, just 100 that are displaying. Lots of agents have invested in making sure that they are knowledgeable about the platform to show this to servicers. Because I have a premium placement and a certification badge, I am still on the top page when the servicers are looking for an agent to whom to assign a new loan. All right, with that, let me kick it back to George.
Thank you. Here's a couple more testimonials on Agent Elite, specifically on certification. So certification is kind of the thing that helps the asset manager know, okay, this person knows Equator. This person's going to get the task done quickly and on time. I'm not going to have to educate this agent on how to work an REO through the system and get it sold. So it's definitely a product that works. It highlights your search result, also gives you that search ranking. So We talked a little bit about the search ranking in general. Premium placement moves you up. If you have Agent Elite, it moves you up. Individually, they both move you up. If you have both of them, then you have the opportunity to have the highest ranking possible. Okay? So it's really important, just like with Google, to try and be at the top if you're going to give marketing a try on Equator. So now I'm going to talk about our bonus opportunity that we have, and this is on our flagship website, Equator.com. So our team has tirelessly been working on a strategy to make Equator.com a competitive product in the general real estate market. So we talked a lot about REOs and foreclosures. That's historically what Equator has done well and been the best at. Achieving over 30% market share of REOs and foreclosures, being listed to real estate agents every day. Equator.com, on the other hand, today houses all those properties, and we market them. The strategy that our team has been working on is the three-phase strategy. The first phase was optimization for search. We've just completed that phase. The traffic to our website is skyrocketing. Again, we are moving out of REO and foreclosure. We'll still have them on the website, but we're moving into traditional real estate, not unlike Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, etc. I didn't mention Redfin or Owners.com. Those are discount brokerages. That's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is have a website that generates lots of consumer traffic and investor traffic, and we're going to generate high-quality leads for real estate agents. And we've gotten a lot of feedback from those agents. We're going to do it the right way. We're not going to do it the way that that company that rhymes with pillow does it. And we've received lots of feedback on how they do it, reselling leads. And our first opportunity on the website, again, along the lines of trying to get to that place where we are the most respected partner for you, is what we call our agent ad on Equator.com. You can see Mia there. This ad is sold exclusively right now as we get started and generate more traffic to one agent per city exclusively. So you can see your ad there on this property in Los Angeles. Mia has purchased Los Angeles on a monthly basis. This is like premium placement. It is sold monthly. She owns Los Angeles exclusively right now. So any consumer, investor, or website visitor that goes to Los Angeles or any Los Angeles property, Mia is the only agent that will be shown there that is farming for new clients. Now, back to what we said about transparency. We have a very, very high respect for the listing agent. This is one of the pieces of feedback that we got from agents who work with the pillow company. The listing agent does all the work to get all these photos, to market this property, and we, on the other hand, take that information, put it on our website to generate traffic and interest in that property for that listing agent. We are not going to demote the listing agent and promote the paying agent. We are never going to do that. The listing agent, and as you can see here, gets as much real estate for free. This is not a purchased product, as the buying advertising agent, which was Mia Simo in the example we're showing you. We're always going to have equal weighting to the listing agent that's done the work for the property and any agent that pays us advertising for this page. So that's a promise that we're going to keep. So this is a new opportunity. Right now, again, we're selling it exclusively by city. You can go into Equator. If you're new, you can create an account. You can search for cities. Some are available. Some are already taken. It's become a very popular product, and it's your chance to get in and lock in your city. Now, full transparency, we will likely move to zip code pricing early next year as traffic increases and the value of the product extends the price that we have for cities. So sometime at the beginning of 2018, we'll probably move to zip code pricing. Right now, we're looking at exclusive still for that, probably for the remainder, or at least half of 2018, just to give you some forethought there. But if you want to go in and lock in your city now, you can do that. We're seeing traffic increase almost 100% every single month right now. So we are dramatically increasing. You're going to see traditional real estate listings on Equator.com by the end of the year. So we're going to have all the listings that you see on the internet on Equator.com, not just Equator.com's properties. So again, this is a new opportunity. All right. I know we've spent a lot of time here, almost to the half hour. Looks like we're right on schedule, actually. We have a few minutes left for questions. So we described how to ask questions earlier. Now I'll answer some of those so that we can end on time. I want to respect your time today. Any questions that we have?
Yes, yes. Thank you, George. Yes, and like we mentioned, please, we encourage you to type your questions into the question box, but we are getting quite a few questions. Let me start with the first one. So John wants to know, what are the chances of me getting an REO from a bank, and how long does it take? That's
a great question. It's funny, we talk about all these products and real estate agents ask the same question. How do I get the listing? How do I get the listing? You guys are so awesome. Well, what we know is this. 16% of all of our listings go to an agent that the servicer has never used before. So the opportunity exists to work with a servicer. How long will it take? It depends on the geographic area. It depends on the availability of other agents who may be working with the servicers in that area. But generally, we've seen agents get listings in 2 weeks. We've seen agents get listings in 9 months. And in some cases, we've seen agents never get a listing. Again, full transparency. You have the opportunity to market yourself and give this a try. Give it 9 to 12 months. If it doesn't work for you, it didn't work for you. You did get value with premium placement. Even if you don't get a listing, you're going to get exposure to those servicers and asset managers. They're going to know your name. With Agent Elite, you're going to have knowledge of foreclosures on Equator in your area, knowledge that most other agents in your area do not have, unless they're Agent Elite in your area, and there's not that many of them. So that's the full transparency, honest answer for you. There is an opportunity to get the listing. 16% of the choices are new agents, never worked with before. It could take 2 weeks, could take 9 months. You might not ever get a listing. I would say to any agent on the call who's never worked with Equator, do some work outside of Equator too. Use LinkedIn. Find out who's in your area. Who are the asset managers? Try to connect with them in other ways. If you sign up for Agent Elite, use those property addresses to find out who owns those loans and who our servicers are. Do some work and network on the outside too. Do your hustle. It will pay off. But again, full transparency, some agents never get a listing. I'm not afraid to say that. It's a product like any advertising that's going to give you exposure, but it's not always going to pay back. For a lot of agents, it does. So it's definitely worth a try. Great question.
So that's a great question. And to piggyback on that, if they don't receive a listing in the first year and they want to give it a try for a second year, is there any discounts to go further?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to invest another year in Equator after a year of no listings, give us a call. We'll help you out. We'll make that worth your while. We want to work with you. We want to be, again, our vision is to be your most respected partner. So give us a call. If you want to stay in for another year, we'll gladly help you do that and provide you some sort of discount to make it easier for you.
Okay. And another great question, what are the banks that you're currently working with?
we get that question all the time. And I got to be honest with you, when I came to Equator, one of my first questions was, why don't we just tell everybody what the banks are that we use? Well, contractual obligations say that we can't do that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that is the truthful answer. Contractually, we can't tell you who the banks and servicers are, but what we can tell you is 4 of the top 5 servicers in the country use Equator. So just go to Google and put in top servicers in the U.S. 4 of the top 5 are ours. We also have the largest GSE in the country, okay? And that rhymes with Manny, so you can probably figure that out. But yeah, I can't tell you exactly who they are, but hopefully I've given you enough tips and you can figure it out. And again, if you sign up for Agent Elite and you see an REO alert come through in your area, use that address to do your intel on the internet to find out what bank owns the note now. And then you'll know. That's the bank on Equator. That's the bank that's going to upload it and find a listing agent in my area. So sorry I couldn't be the full disclosure there, but hopefully that's helpful.
Okay. Now another question. I'm new to the REO game. Is it too late for me to jump in?
It's never too late to jump in. And again, full transparency, REO foreclosures, they're not where they were at the heyday in 2006, 7, and 8. But they are still there. Like I said at the beginning of the webinar, last year we sold on, or we didn't sell, but almost $13 billion in assets was sold on Equator, over $280 million in commissions. So it is geographically specific, right? There's some areas that don't have many REOs or foreclosures anymore. There's other areas that are blazing hot right now. Agent Elite is a product that helps you find that out. All the way down to the county level, you can see exactly what's happening on Equator every single month. And that product, Agent Elite, a lot of agents will buy that so that they become knowledgeable on Equator, they certify themselves on Equator, and they also get that specific geographic information, and they can pick and choose premium placements to market themselves in and move themselves up in search. It's very strategic.
Great. Here's another great question. I'm currently registered with ResNet. How does Equator compare to ResNet?
Well, ResNet is our biggest competitor. They own a large portion of REOs and foreclosures in the country as well. I'd like to think that our platform is easier to use. We definitely have products that help agents a lot more. Agent Elite in particular is the most fully transparent product there is in this business. There's no other company that's going to tell you what's happening at the county level like we did, period. So we're very, very similar in the sense that we have probably about the same market share. ResNet's makeup of their servicer group or their assets is a lot of smaller groups that own notes and assets. We have the bigger banks. So we, I'd say, pretty comfortably have had to deal with very, very heavy compliance and banking issues. So we are, we've got this down. Again, we have products that try to educate the agent about the REOs on Equator a bit more, I think. But as a company, we are very similar to ResNet. And most agents who are on Equator are on ResNet. Do both. We would never tell you not to. If I was a real estate agent, which I'm not, I'm here to serve you, I would be on both platforms and I would buy advertising on both platforms. I would try it.
And the ResNet pricing is a larger fee that's paid out front at once, and ours is a monthly fee. Then
yes. Yeah, our pricing is much more flexible for you. You can pick and choose what you want to do. You don't have to buy into a, $600, $700, $800 a year type thing just to participate.
Okay, so we're running out of time, and I want to be respectful of everyone's time, but there are a couple more really great questions. Let's see, how do I pick these? Okay, do you have any exclusivity for the asset managers that you work for, or do you just work with them on a smaller percentage of their REO properties?
I think the question is, do we have the servicers that we work for, do we have all their properties? And the answer is generally yes. Generally, yes, we are the software platform that these servicers use to move their REOs through the system and get them sold.
Okay. And then what about, let's see, how about this one? How are asset managers selecting agents, and are the agents on a rotation cycle? What's the criteria to select an agent?
Yeah, so that's a great question. What we hear from our servicers, asset managers, is they generally want to pick agents who are educated on the platform, so they have Equator certification, like I showed you earlier. They are close to the property, so they have a good proximity to the property and their office address. And then if they've sold any properties on Equator, they're going to look at their metrics and see, do they complete their tasks on time? Because the asset manager's job is to move these assets through quickly and get them sold. So that in some cases means renovation, but they're moving quickly. Time is money for them. So they want to know that that agent is going to complete their tasks quickly. If an agent does not have a listing yet, they don't have any metrics for that. But if they have Equator certification, at least that asset manager knows that they know the system. So they're looking for those things. And then finally, sales performance as well. Do they sell over list? Do they sell over VPO? Those types of things. So these are kind of common but a little bit unique to Equator, but that's generally what they look for.
I think we're good. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We have the phone number up for our agent development team that can help you answer any questions about your account. That phone number is area code 424-220-1197. They can be reached by email as well, agentdevelopment@equator.com.
I just want to thank everybody for your time today. We went through a lot of information. I can't overemphasize the specialist piece of this phone number here. Our product specialist will take as much time as necessary to walk you through it, whether you buy a product or not. So I welcome you to make that phone call today if you're interested. Again, I hope that we've convinced you today that we are fully committed to our vision to be the industry-recognized most helpful and valuable real estate partner, and that we are producing products and services that help your business grow. You're going to see a lot more great things from Equator in the coming year.
Okay, one last thing.
Yes.
We're going to be at the NAR conference.
We sure are.
November 3 through 7. So if you're going to be in Chicago, come see us at booth 1176, the Equator booth. Nick and I, Katie, the agent team will be there. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.